Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. She said she want it right now. Getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now. Outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she's sucking my banana. Ooh, na-na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight.
Ooh, na-na.
About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just to know why. Oh, I can't bless it, but my gun might. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I knew right now, I be on 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 right
Oh man, how's everyone doing? I'm not home. I don't have all my equipment. I'm actually so mad. I think if I move over here, it'll look a little better. Let me see something. Cause I don't got my light. My lighting's not. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing? You said walking, running, sprinting, tripping, falling, rolling, jogging. We doing all the things, man. All the things. Well, cool. This might be a little better. I'm on my girl's house. How do I remember us when I'm famous? I actually had the next video ready to go. So, well, not ready to go. I've recorded it. It's you guys ready to go? I'm not gonna forget I'm not gonna forget nobody. I'm not even like that. I feel like I'm at the point that if I did get fame at the big age of 32, I would just be chill with it. It wouldn't be like if I was 19, I'd probably lose my mind. Like I could admit that. But I'm the grown age of 32. I'm gonna just be a tired famous person. I'm like Kawhi. I'm gonna answer questions and leave. That being said, you said only 32. 32 years young? Is that what you're saying? All right. So I don't know how many of y'all are aware. And I mostly did this because I don't want to keep. Not that I'm not gonna stay in the like kind of Pokemon monster tamer algorithm for the time being. I'm gonna milk it a little bit. So like my next video is 10 Pokemon alternatives you can like try. Already at 800. Can I get $5? I got you. You can have $5, man. And then I'm gonna try to drop the Cassette Beast video as early as I can in November. Just so I got a few weddings beginning of November, so I'm just gonna get in my way a little bit. But I'm gonna stay in this kind of lane a little bit here. And a lot of people wanted me to try that Digimon Time Strangers. What if I do this? Behind me. Pokemon Time Strangers. Nope. I don't like that either. I'm going back over here, y'all. I'm going back over here. Yeah, Pokemon Time Strangers. Apparently that game's really good. A lot of people wanted me to try it. So, might do that. I haven't I have Cyber Sleuth. And I've had it for years. If there's two games I've had for years and just never played, it's Bloodborne and Digimon Cyber Sleuth. But people are saying like if I play Time Stranger first, I'm not gonna want to go back. So like I'm conflicted on like going in order or just starting with Time Stranger because I don't like to skip. I'm not a part skipper. Okay, I'm a JoJo fan. I go from part 1 to part 9. I don't like to skip. Even if they're not connected. I want to catch every single Easter egg and reference. All right, I get Final Fantasy 7 and 8 are about Squall and Cloud, different. Ultimisia and Sephiroth. But I want to catch that one line. I want to catch that. I like catching that. So, yeah. Are the new audience people in the old videos, though? Yes. Actually, yes. I've been looking at my analytics here, and what made me sad is that actually my at one point at least my what page I need to be on to find this? Sorry, give me a second. My Sonic Racing video, like I thought that would have done better because a lot of people were talking about it. Because it was just kind of in a news cycle, but that video wasn't really doing that well. It only had like 200 views. It's at 427 now. And actually for a while, the video that I did with just talking about the open beta, that was doing better than the actual review. So I was kind of sad. But now it's kind of course corrected. The videos that they watched the most is the Legend of Hate 2 review, Hyperfunk, why Monogatari is the best anime, why is One Piece still so popular, the current state of video games, is Naruto the worst of the big three, and the Mario Kart World is fine video. So they've gone back and they've been watching those videos that are all at the top and have a lot more views. So they are going back for the time being, which is good. Will you tell the Pokemon fans about the game where the professor gives you a well-worn condom? Yes! Rizimon is on the list for the video I'm dropping on Friday. I can tell you guys here, I don't mind, because this is still going to be mostly my audience, I can tell, which I don't mind. It's totally cool. But you guys can look right here. Well, not look, but I'll tell you. So I picked Monster Sanctuary, Kindred Fates, Monster Crown, Cassette Beast, briefly, because I'm not spoiling my video, Power World, Temtem, Koromon, Nexomon, and Nexomon Extinction, Beastie Ball, and Rizimon, the unhinged one with all the crack and the sex and the incels. I'm like, I would like to see what part of that audience would enjoy that. So that would be fun and that would be cool. And I think what shocked me the most about this is, first of all, it's the fact that people even care to watch. But I guess it's one of those things where I caught the algorithm at a good time. And even though you could argue that my Pokemon video is skewed negative in terms of, because I've seen it, and this is true. I've seen people say this in the Nintendo sphere, but bashing Nintendo and hating on Nintendo right now is very popular since the Switch 2 released. You guys already know how I feel about Nintendo. I don't need to do that. I don't feel the need to bash them or get in that bag. I'm not interested, but I did catch a little bit of lightning in the bottle by being a little bit negative about the most recent Nintendo game. Even though I was trying to bridge a divide, I was basically trying to understand why can Pokemon do whatever they want, spit on the paper, sell it to you for $100, and you say thank you, Game Freak. Like, that's kind of what it felt like to me. And last negative video, and it felt like to me the thing that I admitted that I never actually admitted this. That was the first time I ever admitted that out loud. Like, I never told anyone this, but now you guys know the video's out. Is that I feel like as a Pokemon fan, if you want to call me that, though I'm not really, I'm doing the right thing by not buying them. They're not good. You're not trying. You phoned it in. I feel like I'm voting with my wallet, but because everyone else is just buying them, no matter what they do, I feel like I'm not getting a good Pokemon game because you guys can't wait fucking 4 years for the next one. They put out Pokemon Legends Arceus, copped it. Pikachu Eevee, copped it. Sword and Shield, copped it. And then, like, I thought after Scarlet and Violet, you guys had to have, well, they had to have smartened up. No, they did not. And I was just like, is something wrong with me? Is there something I'm not seeing? Am I the one that is stupid? I even had that thought. I started doubting myself, like, am I missing something? Like, you know how I get mad at Togashi for Tell Not Show? Yeah, Togashi got astray. You guys remember how when I was reading The Wicked plus The Divine, I was equally as angry when that one chapter came out where, like, out of the 19 pages, like, 10 of them were just black with dates on them? That's unacceptable to me. I'm consistent. I don't like any fucking company or any video game that comes out and is not complete. When it happened for Sonic 06, didn't like that. Rise of Lyric, didn't like that. Cyberpunk 277, didn't like that. 2077, didn't like that. Like, I do not care who you are or where you come from. If you put out a broken, glitchy mess of a game that's undercooked, it needs to be in the oven, I'm coming for you. I don't stand for that. I don't like it. I'm not okay with it. And bro, I watched my friend play the game. I saw him clip through things. I saw a level 60 Pokemon challenge him somehow from inside the cave when he was outside the mountain with like level like 30s. It stutters, pop in, frame. Like, how could you look me in the eye and tell me that shit is fly? I hate you. I don't like you. But it's actually, if you look past it, I'm trying to find a good example, another, like, a real life example. Like, I almost want to say, like, I can't think of a good thing. Like, I don't know, I'm playing a soccer game and there's like a fucking magma pit and an acid pit. The mountain and rocks, there's gravel on it, and people are like, well, at least you scored a goal. It's like, bro, my life is in danger. I don't want to play here. What the fuck is this? Like, I don't know. I need a better example. I'll think of one. Game Freak trained their core audience well. Same formula plus a gen-specific gimmick. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. A lot of Pokemon fans are the Disney adults of gaming. I've actually seen the Disney adults of gaming, and that makes sense. Shout out to Inazuma 11. Hey. I actually be watching, I watched some clips the other day and I'm like, you know what, Blue Lock, perhaps I was too harsh. I might be a Blue Lock fan again. That being said, no, Malik is right though. Like, they've trained them well. They can't do any wrong in a lot of ways. But I guess with this discussion, I did learn that, like, I do project a lot of opinions. Curious Joshi, I appreciate you. Thank you for the subscription.
Peace.
What was I saying? I did realize that I was kind of not projecting, but like I was making a lot of assumptions about Pokemon fans. Like they're different kinds. The same way I like basketball or I like soccer, there's different football fans. Like, maybe you only like the Premier League. Maybe you only like international football. Maybe you just follow your favorite player, right? Maybe you just like Messi. I don't know. But people watch for different reasons, and there's different types of Pokemon fans. I had to actually remember that Pokemon is a multimedia franchise. Shows, manga, card game, spin-offs, video games, plushies, toys, keychains, body pillows, whatever, cosplay. Like, there's so many different ways to engage with that community. Oh, what's up, Routine? What's going on?
Yay!
I'm just trying to
peace,
kind
peace.
of put a cap on this conversation that I've been having on my other channel. You guys, I've never, hold on, y'all, just look at this, man. I feel like I'm being annoying with this, but vindication. Like, I feel like I've been working really hard just to get, some more views, and I'm like very happy with how these last 2 videos are performing. They're already the best 2 videos I've ever. This is easily I do have videos on my other channel that have more views than this, but that was over the course of years and months. For me to get this much in like how many days? Like a few days? Never happened to me. And this one's already on track to do not as good, but still way better than my average. Now I'm just like, wow. Is this how it feels like to be important? People don't realize that you don't need to buy new games. If they're bad, you can just replay old games. Old games didn't go anywhere. They still exist. And an interesting thing too is the Pokemon community is so large that I know Nintendo gets some of them in DMCA, some of them. And the only one I think I played was called, did I make this up? Let me make sure I didn't make this up. I think it was called Pokemon Ethereal Gates. But there's so many fan-made ones. Pokemon Ethereal. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm not insane. 2015? Oh, my goodness, I'm old. But yeah, I'm such a dinosaur. But yeah, I'm like, look at this. Like, this was one of the fan ones that I played. And I don't remember what happened, why I stopped playing, but I was having a good time with it, all things considered. And then, Patagana, you know this because you're similar to me. You kind of just play like whatever you like, whatever you're into. You don't really care about what the gaming industry at large is talking about. What's the new shiny thing on the market? You play what you play, right? There's so like Pokemon is a video game that belongs to a genre. Monster tamer / creature collection. There's other things in this space, and Pokemon wasn't the first thing to do something like this. I'm pretty sure it's Shin Megami Tensei. Don't quote me on that. But there's like Monster Hunter type games and spin-offs. There's the Digimon games. There's the ones that I've been championing. Nexomon Extinction, Koromon, Cassette Beasts. Power World, you know about. Temtem, you know about. Beastie Ball. Rizimon. Is it whatever, something Legacy of Light? Like, there's so many, and so many of them are doing so many interesting things, and I just feel like people are just beholden to the intellectual property of Pokemon. I get it, I know it, I understand it. It makes sense to me. I don't have to really learn anything new, so I'm sticking to it. And I thought that, like, if you watch the second video, I kind of corrected some mistakes I thought I made, and then I was just commenting on like what most people were saying, and I didn't let some of them get away with this. If your online personality is being a Pokemon fan and you start to feel differently, but you feel like you can't pivot out of that because you've been an Eevee gang online person your whole life, I don't fucking care. All right, fix up, figure it out, buddy. Like, you could be more than that. You're allowed to criticize the thing that you like. I think the idea, one thing that I learned about Pokemon fans in particular, they're one of those communities that believe if you have something negative to say, you're not a good fan. Where I've always argued, if the title of being a good fan or a fan is important to you, you actually hold the thing you love to a certain standard. If my best friend was sad and depressed and drinking too much, doing drugs and doing things that they shouldn't be doing, as a friend, what do you think a good friend does? Enable them and be like, it's okay, snort cocaine. I know you're sad. Oh, it's okay. Maybe you'll stop one day. Or do I be like, dog, this is not the way to, you don't do this. Like, stop, please. Like, yo, we gotta figure out a different way for you to cope or overcome whatever obstacle you're trying to overcome. A good friend would not enable you. A good friend would stop you from trying to do things that are harming yourself. And that's how I feel about being a good fan of something. So if you're a Pokemon fan, you should want better for the games. You should want better for the series, the franchise, the intellectual property. That's how I feel about it. And I think they're a community that it's like, if I go, oh, I don't really like the Mega Evolutions. Oh, you're not a real fan. And it's just like, I think maybe they might be more of a fan than you. And you're more of a, I don't know, whatever, shill or whatever. 100% agree with the sentiment that many Pokemon fans either won't hold Pokemon games to the same standard as other games. Yeah. And the thing that I tried to get across as best as I could, and I think I did a good job with it, because people are like, can you make videos talking about Pokemon alternatives? Thank you for not just yelling at us and giving us some other options. I've tried out cassette. Some people are there like, yo, I actually have Koromon. I've never tried it. Yo, it's on sale. It's only like $6. Yo, and people are like, yo, I'm actually enjoying Cassette Beast. I'm like, yes, play Cassette Beast. Everybody in the world needs to play that game. But I think the reason that I resonated to some degree is because I felt like I knew what it's like to go through that. While Paper Mario and Pokemon are not a one-to-one, the Paper Mario series, after a certain moment, stopped going in the direction that I and a lot of fans wanted. Chapter by chapter, the turn-based combat, the partner system, the badges, and how it worked. Even though Super Paper Mario removed the gameplay we liked, we thought in terms of the world, the story, the way that it was written, the characters, the imagination, the charm, and the heart of Paper Mario was still there, but the gameplay would change. But after that, what did they do? Sticker fucking, I hate that. Sticker Star is one of those games that I am unreasonably angry at. Okay? I'm not even going to get into it. Did not like Color Splash. And what I've played of Origami King is fine, but that's not what I'm looking for in my Paper Mario experience. So what did I do? I hit the indie market. There's got to be some company, some group of people who like this style of game, who's making something similar, a spiritual successor, or whatever the case may be. And I found that. And it ended up literally becoming my favorite video game of all time. Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling. That's my favorite video game, because Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door was my favorite video game of all time for years, until like 2020. It's at 3 right now. I actually think I have Breath of the Wild over it right now, but it's at 3 right now. From Software games are some of my favorite, yet I probably complain about them more than someone who hates them. Yeah, because you know, like, because I know you're a Souls person and stuff. Like, I've seen like a lot of your videos too. Like, I know like what's super good about that like industry or whatever. And thank you for all the gifted subs. Oh my goodness, I appreciate it. Where's my phone? Sorry, I just wanted to see. Oh wow, there's more people in here than I thought. Okay, yeah, but like that's how I felt. Like, yo, I know what a quote unquote Paper Mario game is supposed to look like, act like, feel like. So I'm not gonna buy that until they correct, and they did it. Fair enough. But I found something else. Born of Bread, Outbound Ghost, and then Escape from the Ever After Inc. is coming out soon. Like, I found other things in that lane. And I believe since about 2019, I think, is when I started to really look at different Monster Tamer games. So it's been about 6 years. 6 years, 5.5 years, whatever. I can't do math. I can barely count to 10, right? But I would argue the general quality of these Monster Tamer creature collection games in the indie space have been of a much higher quality than they used to be. It's not just a Pokemon clone or a Pokemon-like. This game was obviously inspired, but then they did a whole different thing. And with Power World, I don't know, because like I'm not really into like the gameplay loop of that game, but I don't think it's bad. It's just not for me. I'm not really a automation, survival, like kind of guy like that. Like, you gotta eat and craft gear and make your fucking workshop. Like, that's not for me really. But I did enjoy playing it. I had fun. Vince and I did our absolute best with Temtem, and I don't think Temtem necessarily a bad game. I think Temtem has a lot of bloat. It's a MMORPG, so and they kind of like did it like piece by piece, like island by island or archipelago by archipelago. And I think they felt like they had to jam pack it with so much content because it's an online game. People are online only when you play it, right? So it's like, if we don't do this, people will stop playing, we'll lose our whatever account, and then the game goes. I think there's too much to fucking do. I don't believe, like, I don't know how many of you guys are big Pokemon fans here, how many games you guys have played, or Monster Tamers, or like RPGs, but like, tell me what the longest kind of RPG you've played, how many hours it took you. I would say like some of the even meatier RPGs are about like what, maybe 60 to 80 hours, give or take. And I'm a slow gamer. So it's something like Xenoblade Chronicles 1 takes me 100 hours to beat, but I don't think you need 100 hours to beat that game. I'm sure if you do everything in the game in Xenoblade, yes, but just for simply beating it, you probably don't need that much time. I have 136.2 hours in Temtem, and I'm not finished. I am not even on the last archipelago. I'm on the second last one. I'm tired. Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Keep digging. No. Uninstall. I don't want to play anymore. That's a game I think if you remove the online bloat, scale back on the tamers a little bit, and you can actually take it offline and turn it into like a more streamlined single player experience, I think it's fine. But it's not what it is, and thus I gotta critique it for what it actually is, not what if. But I don't actually like hate Temtem. I just like, I just got burnt out. Cassette Beast, in my opinion, you guys know I'm working on a video essay on it. I've done a few recordings, and like kind of like mock recordings. It's about like based on like if I add this one section in or not. It's the shortest it would be is 36 minutes. The longest is 45. So it's about like it's a chunky, substantial video. But that's, to me, the best one I've ever played. And I think it does so many things differently. I'm going to tell you one thing about it, because I've spoken about it on stream before, that I think is really interesting. Aside from having, I think, 16 types, which is cool for a first game, and a lot of really great monster designs, like 100 and something, 120 or something. Really good designs with really good evolutions, different evolutionary lines, and different conditions to evolve them. It's the one game where I actually enjoy the battling a lot. I think I like Temtem battling just because it removes the RNG. You can't really miss. Like it's like as long as you like. If I use protect and you use like some moves, like yeah, you'll miss or I'll block it, but like there's no accuracy or like, stuff like that. So every move you do usually hits. Which does make it a little grindier in terms of you have to like run back and heal a lot. I think the economy in that game was bad, but Cassette Beast does something that I find so fascinating is that for type advantages and disadvantages, it doesn't merely do times 2, times 4, 0.5 damage. It's like this is a toy type or a plastic type a beast. This is a fire type beast or fire type move. I used a fire type move on a plastic beast. Do you know that plastic fumes are toxic? That mon now becomes a poison type for 3 turns. That's interesting to me. That's better elemental synergy and type proficiency synergy in my opinion. You use an earth type move on the plastic type. Think about landslides and landfills when they get just like buried under there. Now it's buried, and that makes it slower, and its evasion goes down. It's not taking times 2 damage or anything, but now that it's buried, it's much slower, and now it's going to be harder for it to hit moves. That to me is so much more interesting than I just do more or less damage. And that like glitter types. Glitter is something that if you ever use glitter, it gets fucking everywhere, especially with kids. So you know what happens every time a glitter type move hits anyone? You become a glitter type because glitter just gets, I hit you with glitter move. Now you're a glitter type, I'm a glitter type. Now you hit someone else, the glitter's on them. Now we're all glitter types. Like that to me is way more fly. That sounds cool, right? Move accuracy on paper is good for game balance, but it's unsatisfying to experience. And then I think you should kind of balance your game and move types around it. You use electricity on a Calavan Mon and it heals him. That's a good one. I'm screenshotting that. That's a good one. I can't believe the electric storm did that to him. What was his name again? Liboric? Yeah, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, they have so many things like that. Metal against earth. Now the earth is smashed. You smash the earth, you know, like it's just I just think that it's the one game where I'm like, I enjoy fucking battling. I like coming up with different strategies and tactics as opposed to me brute forcing my way through most of these games. Koromon was the one that challenged me the most because aside from the 8 types, sorry, I'm gonna get this right. I think I have a picture here. Normal, electric, ghost, sand, fire, ice, water, and then Crimsonite for the 8 types. But then there are skill specific moves which are really interesting. So there's like magic, foul, heavy, air, poison, and cut moves. There's no cut type Koromon or cut type poison. Poison mon. There's no heavy Koromon. These are just skills, moves. So in addition to the 8 types, there are 6 skills and types of moves you can get that don't actually correlate to a typing. You'd be surprised how much that makes the battle system a lot deeper than it really is. It's super interesting. So that was probably the game I didn't brute force either, but I didn't think as hard as I did playing Cassette Beast. And then ultimately I just wanted them to like I think here's the thing too. Because I try to be understanding to the best of my ability, even though I ain't perfect. I think some Pokemon fans are afraid of being ostracized from the Pokemon community by speaking out against it. They made friends, relationships, whatever the case may be, through Pokemon. And if they're feeling like not cool about it, but their friends are still cool, like, yeah, they're like scared. Or it's like, hey guys, instead of Pokemon, I got like Digimon Time Stranger, and they're like, they feel guilty. And I'm like, you don't gotta feel guilty about that. That's weird. Your friends shouldn't like you just because you have a mutual interest. They should like you because of who the fuck you are. So if, as far as I'm concerned, if your friends dropped you because you started maybe not liking Pokemon to the same degree they do, they weren't really your friend in the first place. And then secondly, I feel like I've been quoting this J. Cole line all year. They act like two legends can't coexist. My nigga, you can like Power World and still like Pokemon. You can play Koromon and still play Pokemon. You can try Temtem and still be a Pokemon guy. You can fucking like both. There's have to be a replacement. Like, I could tell by some of the comments that I was getting, some people are scared to speak out. Like I'm not really. I haven't been feeling it since Sword and Shield. I can tell. I can see it. And you know why? Because I've gone through it too. A lot of these things I've gone through. When I really started to feel negatively about Tower of God, I was initially like, if I come out and critique it, will I lose my entire audience? So I probably took a few extra weeks or a month to really like start to be like, hey guys, I'm really not feeling what's happening right now in season 3 or whatever the case may. I think it was maybe the last station. I took longer than I should have. Cause now I'm calculating risk versus reward, and I'm like, as much as it makes sense that people come here for Tower of God content, I also want people who come here that mess with me and would want me to be honest and a man of integrity. So if I don't like something, I should be allowed to say that, and you should be allowed to combat what I'm saying with your opinions, as long as we're respectful. And that's how I like it. And I have fostered a community like that at this point, which is cool. But I was scared for a while. Liking one thing doesn't automatically mean you hate the other. Exactly. Hi, babes. I'm at your house. I think George is in the room. I give him catnip. He's kind of high now. We're good. He's kind of cooked. He was doing a lot when I was trying to stream, so I'm like, have some catnip. Now he's in there, cooked, high out his brain. I didn't give him that much. He'll be alright. Yeah, man, it was just like, I think through this process, I think I realized that as much as I've always said, like, I would just like to be a, no. Let me rephrase this. By the way, babe, I think I need to get you a ring light. I need a ring light for this. I couldn't find a good spot to get the best light. But this is the first time I feel like I've been a part of a bigger conversation, or a conversation that I care about online, on YouTube, with the way that these videos are performing, and especially the comments, the abundance of comments, and the type of comments. It's not to say I haven't had insightful videos where people have had good comments, but Tower of God, One Piece, even Kubera, you guys are always saying good stuff. But this felt more granular, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to be a bigger, more impactful content creator and somebody who like makes videos that get a bit more views. You know what I mean? And I think through this process happening to me, I realized I think I want this. I want to chase this. So while I'm not going to milk the whole Pokemon Monster Tamer thing, I'm going to stay in this algorithm and attack it a little as much as I can before I kind of pivot. Because that channel I do is a little bit of all of my eclectic interests. What's up, Lizard? It's not just about like one thing in particular. But I'm thinking maybe what I could do is have moments and periods of time where I focus on something. I have a lot of comic book scripts ready to go. I haven't edited them or recorded them. But I'm like, I think I should hold off on them till the new year, because I'm pretty sure nobody's going to care about me putting some of those comic book stuff out there right now, but I'll wait. And maybe a comic book movie comes out or something that I can kind of like use as the pathway, you know what I mean? The same way I decided to save the Bleach video for when the 1,000-Year Blood War anime is coming back. I think that'll help me algorithm-wise, so yeah. Game Freak got their snipers aimed at you. It's okay. I'm a real monster tamer. I got my Koromon on deck. I got my cassette on deck if I gotta transform into a gumball. Okay, what's that beeping? What keeps beeping at me? It's pissing me off. What is UB? Sorry, guys. This can dry a little longer. Doing laundry. That could be there a little longer. I like the idea that Game Freak uses more of their budget for sniper training than making game. But can I show you guys something that I thought was hilarious? I actually slid that part into the video at the very end. Which was kind of which was funny. I think it's called Beast of Reincarnation. This is from the developers Game Freak. Beast on Reincarnation launches on the PS5 in 2006. In a post-apocalyptic Japan of land ruined by corruption and crawling with monstrous beasts, humanity's last hope may rest with Emma. Blah, 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 blah. And now it's like, hold on. Oh my God, so random, but I realize I'm not going to be able to wear heels on the wedding. Oh, your toe. Dang, I'm sorry, babes. Well, like, this is what Game Freak is doing right now, real quick. Look at this.
遥か昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Hold on, I see the frame rate dropping. They was right. But anyway, this is hilarious.
西暦4026年人類は滅亡を待つのみ
I don't really care about this, so I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. But that's my Game Freak, and I'm like, okay, I could still see you guys are struggling with frames, so maybe that's just the in-house issue. But I'm like, are you guys robbing Pokemon fans to fund this game? That would be so fucking funny to me. I don't know why. It would be so funny to me. Happy for you, G. Been watching you since I discovered you because of Brago years ago. Also, holy shit, that is true. Dustin and Brago was really my introduction pipeline through to YouTube. Also, I feel you on the Pokemon thing. I've been playing ROM hacks for over mainline games. I'm gonna try some of your suggestions. I appreciate you. The frame rate drops are funny, but the effort is there, unlike Pokemon. I think I've heard that Game Freak doesn't optimize stuff. Like, they have the whole map loaded in at all times instead of, like, only what needs to be seen. And as the camera turns, you kind of, like, whatever's not on screen, you take off and you, like, I don't know. Like, they're not optimizing whatever. I don't know how to fucking game design, bro. I'm an ape. But that's what I'm saying. I see effort, care, want, desire. You know what I mean? Where they just phone it in with Pokemon. But Pokemon is obviously one of those things that it's got such great brand recognition. It's got such great, it's been around for so long, and it's one of those things that always get kids. There are certain, like, franchises that while they're like 30 years, like, older than me even, they've got, like, the pulse on the youth always. Like, I would argue that kids like and know Mario. Kids like and know Sonic, even though Sonic has his ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and Pokemon falls into that. And if I'm thinking of some other TV shows and stuff too, I would say something like Scooby-Doo. Like, Scooby-Doo reiterates and remakes a new animated TV show like every decade or so for a new generation. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is another one. Like, I grew up on the Foxbox era of Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles got it off. 1, 2, 3, 4 turtles. Right? But my brother and my older sibling grew up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle power. Right? there's Pokemon is one of those things, and maybe the best thing at doing that. So I could understand the father or mother who's like, I don't know what a fucking Charizard or a Pikachu. I know Pikachu. I know my kid likes Pokemon. I'm buying Pokemon every time it comes out. I don't blame them. Though I wish they did a little more research, I don't blame them. It's not their fault. And if you're like a child or a kid, play what you want. Like, I can't come at you. There was somebody in the comment section who told me they were like 6 years old when Sword and Shield came out, and I'm like, nigga, you're like 12. Go play. Like, you're not the problem. Like, play whatever game you want. You're 12. You're figuring shit out. Like, I'm not mad at you. You're a 12-year-old. Like, I don't know how long ago that game came out, but that kid cannot be older than 14. You're valid. My main thing was people my age or around my age. Like, if you're born in the 19s or like about 2000, so you're about 25 to about 36. What is going on? Why are we doing this? That was my general, like, where my curiosity really lied. I heard that Z8 only needed to sell 200,000 copies to break even. If they sold the game at $5, they would still make several times the return on investment with a budget worth of $14 million. I did hear that, and I've seen it. I have yet to fact check it, though. But I did hear that, and I have seen that graphic going around. I don't know if the numbers make sense. I don't know how the business stuff works. I keep meaning to look it up, but I haven't looked it up yet. But I did hear that. I did see it. Well, yeah, like, if you're like 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, yo, I have no critique or criticism for you. You're probably learning what you do and don't like in video games. This is part of the journey, part of the path. You got to figure that out. There was many games when I was young that I ended up getting, renting, or trying that I didn't end up liking because I didn't really know. I'm just like, oh, cool. Like, Spider-Man 3 has, like, a movie game. And I'm like, oh, I didn't like this. It's kind of ass. But what I can say is I had a pretty deeply critical thinking mind at a young age. So like, well, I couldn't tell you, oh, this game is unresponsive. It's got collision detection problem and frame rate drops. I would just say, yo, it's glitching. It's glitching. I always say it's glitching because I couldn't really explain that something about the game felt wrong. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel intuitive. It wasn't responding properly. But something felt off intuitively. But then as I got older and learned and played more stuff, I understood what all of those moving parts were. And I think another layer to this too is I used to be I would still, no, I can't consider myself that anymore, but I would say out of any company, out of the big three, if you will, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and you like throw in like your Segas and Ubisofts or whatever, I was a Nintendo kid. Like, I always liked Sonic more than Mario, but Mario made better games. I played like every Mario platformer. I played every Mario Kart. I played every Mario Party for the most part. You know, like, I had all the handhelds. I played most Pokemon games. The only one that I ever bought with my own money was X and Y, but my mom got me Crystal. My grandma, I think, got me Gold. And I never actually played the original red, blue, or yellow. I played the remake, Leaf Green, Fire Red. I wasn't alive for the original. I think that's a little bit before my time. It's sad for me when watching gaming as a whole when it comes to microtransactions, unfinished, unpolished games being released at full prices. At full price, and kids this generation are going to grow up thinking those practices are normal. That's the thing. We know it's not normal because we didn't grow up like that. These guys are coming into a generation where games are coming out half-baked, unfinished, unpolished, not ready, needs 108 patches for it to be good in 2 years. But this is the standard for them. That's normalcy for them, and I hate that. I hate that they're going through that. I only ever had a PS1 and a PC. I had a 64, GameCube, Wii U, Switch. From the PlayStation line, I had a PS3, a PS4. I did get a PS5 as a gift, but I sold it. I didn't keep it. I didn't want it. And then I have a Steam Deck and a gaming laptop. It's not a bad laptop. It's not super strong, but like I'm transitioning slowly into a PC gamer. I'm getting there. I'm even getting good at being able to toggle my own. This is not anything to toot your own horn about, but like I'm really bad with technology. But I'm even getting good at like changing performance and graphical settings to match my likings. I did it with Dusk Fate. I did it with Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, where I'm like, I got like the models up. I took off some like shadow something and like something aliasing, and then like I was able to make the models look so much more crisp, make it 60 frames per second as opposed to the low end settings I had it on before. So like it's really cool, man. I loved Pokemon Black and White growing up. Out of the mainline Pokemon games, I think that's my favorite one. It's Black and White 1. That's the one with N and Team. I want to say Plasma, but maybe I'm wrong. But the one with N, the guy with the hat and the green hair, he was like a king, and he could understand Pokemon, because that game was an interesting game of truth versus ideals. I like that one. Aside from those ones, I would say my favorites from the main line is Platinum and Emerald. I like those ones a lot. I'm sure if I play Emerald now, I'll probably be mad at it, but yeah, those ones are fire. But my favorite one's always been Colosseum. I do think XD Gale of Darkness is a better game, like from top to bottom in terms of quality of life stuff with the purification machine. But West had that rawness, that swag, you know. That game was a little darker and grittier, you know. Shout out to my Umbreon and Espeon. So yeah, N is my go-to. So like Colosseum's only my favorite. I know it's slow and you can't catch too many things or whatever, but I could steal. Do you know how many times as a kid I tried to steal other people's Pokemon? I'm like, there's a trainer battle and they block it with their Pokeball. I'm like, nah, you can't stop me. I got the snag machine. Give me that. I think I'm about to steal. Platinum and Emerald are definitely the ones for our generation, Sinnoh was done very, very well. Yeah. Plus, Mudkip's my favorite, or Swampert, but Swampert's my favorite. Always has been. Water ground type, but I could learn Ice Punch and Ice Beam in case you have a grass type on deck. I'm gonna change now. I don't know if Swampert can still learn those moves, but I'm pretty sure in that generation, I'm pretty sure I had Ice Punch or Ice Fang or some ice move. So I had something for grass types if I needed to, but lightning, that don't hurt me. I'm a water ground type. Are you crazy? Muddy water to your blood clot. So yeah. The only other game I played was Soul Silver, which I also enjoyed. They did remake it. Fire Red, Leaf Green, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver. They did remake the yeah, I think I did play those. Yeah, Ice Punch. I think so. I don't know. I think one of them. I had one of the moves. I can't remember which one it was. I actually don't think it was Ice Beam. I think it was Ice Punch. But yeah, Swampert, Mega Swampert is my favorite. And then I'm very, very interested to see what they end up trying to do with Generation 10. That should be interesting. Now, I do think they have to be running out of gimmicks. They have to be. Because all things considered, I think the best thing about Scarlet and Violet was terrestrialization. That's what it's called. This one gonna burn them. This one gonna ice them. Fist to my head. Terrestrialization. Yeah. I like the idea of giving yourself more stab or changing your typing with whatever the weird crystallizing shit. I think that makes a lot of sense for competitive battles and battling. And I think Mega Evolution is cool, but I think that started the path of them having to have a major kind of gimmick selling point to give to the customers. And I'm like, dang, I don't know if I like that. Z moves I thought were super whack. Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing seemed like a combination of Mega Evolution and Z moves with the max moves, but anything could at least get big. So even if certain things got a special type of transformation, it didn't feel cheap in the same way. But yeah. Terrestrialization is cool. I enjoy watching competitive doubles, and it makes things very interesting. I would imagine being able to turn your dragon type into a normal type or whatever with a normal terrestrialization crystal. I don't know what the fuck this shit is called, but that seemed cool to me. But I also think what they could try to do is I don't know if they would ever do this, but put them all in the game, which I think would be terrible for balance. But what if they remove them all? I think what this franchise needs more than some shining gameplay gimmick is a Breath of the Wild moment for the series. A refreshing new take on an old formula. And I think Scarlet and Violet was supposed to be that. Being able to just walk anywhere, go in any direction and explore, but it was a buggy, unperformed, unoptimized piece of shit mess of a game. I think they still need that. They need that. They didn't like Z moves, on the other hand. Just a big-ass nuke that's probably going to kill whatever's in front of you. Yeah, I didn't like it. I'm so far behind the main games, I don't even know what this Terra thing is. It's from the newest one. I haven't played this game at all, really, but it's called Terrestrialization. Long story short, you put something on your Mon and it crystallizes them and it changes their type or stacks their type. So if you put a fire terrestrializer on a Charizard, its stab gets stronger, same type attack bonus. But if you put a water one on a Charizard, the Charizard will become a water type. So it kind of fucks around with the typing and makes battles a little more interesting. So if you had something that you're I love this Mon, but because it's a dual type, it's weak to so many things, you might throw a ground type whatever on it, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Terra lets you change the type of one of your Pokemon. Yeah, I over-explained that. I did a Togashi. You're right. Terraforming Terrestrialization lets you change the type of your Pokemon. Yeah. I don't know why Togashi did. That was an SIU explanation. Remember the freaking mirror in the Hidden World? How he made that so confusing to understand? What's wrong, bro? You keep your original stab types, but defensively you become whatever type you tear into. Oh, I didn't know that. So if I'm a dragon type and I terrestrialize into a water type, but I use a dragon type move, I still get the stab for the dragon type move, like Draco Meteor. That's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Look, the mirror. That mirror was crazy. But for the next One Piece break, I'm gonna try to get Brago. By the way, I'm gonna try to get Brago to come through. I got Jay last time. If you guys didn't see the latest one, I'm gonna try to get Brago for the next one. See if he's available. I haven't hollered at him in a minute. Virgo's been really busy. I've been trying to get Virgo, but he's just been busy. He's just IRLing right now. I don't even think he's made a video in quite some time. But yeah, stay tuned to that. That actually sounds interesting. Yeah, it does. Like when I heard what it was in concept, I'm like, that's pretty good. Like I don't care. I don't battle competitively and stuff like that. But I think that would be a cool concept for people who care about the competitive battling. I'll be watching these One Piece discussion with being nowhere near caught up. No, don't spoil yourself. Where are you right now? Where are you? Where are you? Let me know. That is hilarious because I have friends that do that, or like one of my mom's friends watches my videos apparently, and she doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but she's like, I don't know, I be laughing with y'all be cracking me up. And I'm like, that's so funny to me. Post Marineford, okay. You're about to hit that time skip. All right. He's right on the cusp. So you're closing in on chapter what? Is it 598? I think. All right. I see you. You might end up passing my girlfriend. She's probably like 2 or 3 arcs ahead of you. I plan on trying to catch your One Piece streams if possible. I got on the One Piece train finally. Nice. We love to see it. I've been reading that shit for so long. It's just like in my lifeblood, even though I was like mad at it for 4.5 to 5 years because of Wano, but I didn't really like Dressrosa for the 3 years I was there. But I think One Piece is just my lifeblood. I can't detach from it the way that I'd like to, but I can critique the fuck out of it. You sure she ain't commenting and arguing in here too? That would be hilarious. But she doesn't. It is the idea of some 66-year-old Trinidadian woman who knows nothing about anime or One Piece or Tower of God actually arguing in here. That'd be funny. But no, I don't think she's doing that. And I'm too aware of current One Piece cause social media and friends. I'd be getting too intrigued. My brother locked in and got to Punk House, so I need to lock in and catch up. One Piece would be one of those things, if I was catching up to it now, I wouldn't tell anybody until I was caught up. I'd be too afraid of spoilers and stuff like that. Like, even if I have to watch it, like, it's so crazy because, like, my girlfriend is so spoiled on Gear 5th because every time she clicks the One Piece thing on Netflix, you just see that nigga with white hair. And I'm like, dog, she doesn't know nothing about no Nika. How do you feel about One Piece? Is how I feel about Tower of God sometimes. I feel that. Yeah, I got my brother to do that. He getting the proper experience. Okay, that's good. I don't know. If I'm like full transparency, like I'm probably like the lowest I've ever been on Tower of God right now. Like the lowest I've been. Like I've hit an all-time low with it. Like every time I have to like react to it, I pray we get something decent that I could at least laugh, joke, meme about, like something, even if it's not a great chapter. Like I be dreading it sometimes, bro. But I'm really not enjoying the spin-off. I'd rather go back to the main series and deal with the problems there. I can't. This Mazino spin-off is not it, bro. And you guys know I'm a Mazino guy. It's not moving me. I need something else. It's on Togashi hiatus for me. I feel it. I feel that. Been thinking about making this video saying I really would like to go to season 4 now. But I have no passion or desire to make TOG videos right now, especially with what's going on with the other channel and me getting like the views and cloud and comments and everything. And I'm like, okay, like I got something to do that I'm excited to make and excited to create. Having to come back to Tower of God feels like, yo, a huge step down right now. Like, I'm not interested. Kubera will always be Kubera. I love it. The quality is great. I have a fantastic time. The community is just mad tiny. There's like 6 of us. That's just the only problem's always been with Kubera. 6 of us are out here. If Wano couldn't detach me from OP's not happening, that arc was rough. Yeah. I mean, I was angry at it. I was at an all-time low, and like, One Piece used to be my favorite anime and manga. It's just my favorite manga at this point. It's not my favorite anime anymore. So like, I've made some steps in my life. I already knew the Mazino story was not going to be it at chapter 2. You were one of the early adopters of like, nah, this is not it. Even though I liked the first like 7 chapters, I actually enjoyed them, but I don't know about Slave in Utero, dog. The only shining light is that he might be feeding us slop because the team is cooking for season 4 cope. Damn. That's all we got? Be moving like Pocket Monsters fan. The spin-off that bad, LOL. I'm about to catch back up with TOG and I've heard nothing but negative stuff about it. It starts off pretty strong in my opinion, and then all of SIU's problems just start to bleed into it again, all over again. And it's just not a fun time in my opinion. It's not fun. Like, I'd rather just deal with these issues with the main series. The fact that I'm dealing it, like, I almost feel like if, while Naruto was running, if there was like a Madara spinoff or Hashirama spinoff or Minato spinoff and it didn't hit, like it was kind of mid, for such an important, powerful, prominent character, that's bad for the series. Like if friggin' One Piece had a Shanks spinoff and it didn't hit. Like for a Mazino, Urek Mazino spinoff, for the one of the strongest, most prominent irregulars in the tower to not hit, that's a big miss to me. I'd rather just deal with what I'm dealing with the regular season 1, 2, 3, and 4, as opposed to me dealing with it with a character of that, status. So yeah. Where were you? I feel SU is a different problem to other authors. Extremely strong hooks, meandering journey that spends too much time on things that don't matter despite having interesting things it could focus on, then usually a strong payoff. I am actually enjoying the spin-off, but I accepted it for what it is. I will say I like the last 3 chapters with the mini queen, Net Dolphin. That was fun. I like that. Mazino just going around to every test like, I'll kill you. I'll beat your ass. Does he pass? All right. Hey, don't make me come back here. Yo, Danzon, you're stingy. I knew you wouldn't wait an hour. All right, let me body you real quick. Let me body this real quick. And then Machete cooking last chapter. Like, I'm having fun, but I think I'm with you. I've accepted it for what it is. Like, I don't expect anything. I expect at some point for him to make a major big reveal or major big point or something that maybe will loop back into season 4, but I'm good, yo. I'm good. You probably don't remember, but you recommended Nier Automata to me. Gas. I don't know how I didn't play it earlier. Oh, yeah. Was it around the time I made the Nier Automata video? I do remember someone being like, yo, I'm going to try that. Like, I don't remember who it was, but I do recall somebody being really into it. I'm so happy you loved it. Like, Nier Automata is one of my all-time. I think it's a modern classic. That came out in, 2017? Yeah. I have a video here from March 28th, 2025, this year, yeah. Nah, it's super good, man. Who's your favorite character? I'm an A2 guy. I kind of think 9S is the best character, secretly. I just don't like him. I don't like him, but I'm an A2 guy. A2 is my man's. Yeah, right here, y'all. This one. Is Nier Automata a modern classic? Yes, it is. It's a good-ass game. Drip feeding reveal stops being effective when your audience starves to death first. Yeah, and like, have you guys ever felt like you're reading, watching, playing something, and the creator, writers, author, whatever the case may be, is just sitting on a mystery for the sake of not telling you? Like, there's almost no good reason for you not to know at this point, but just for the sake of mystery, they refuse to tell you. I think Tower of God and One Piece have that problem a lot of the times too, which is really annoying. I would say probably One Piece a bit more, but no, TOG. I don't know. It's about even. Like sitting on Dragon and Mihawk and what they can do, like I think we've taken too long. I think it's gonna look really, really weird in retrospect, but that's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I'm wrong, but yeah. 9S is the Aquaman of Nier Automata? What does that mean? Oh, because he could talk, he could hack into machines and talk and communicate with them the way Aquaman could communicate with sea life. But he kind of gets clowned on a little bit. What the hell? Escanor. Escanor. 7 deadly deadly 6. That's actually hilarious. That's actually fucking hilarious, babe. A2's my favorite. 2B's right up there. Nice. It means he is everyone's least favorite of the 3 playable characters. Don't kill me. That's funny. I mean, I had to ask that because I like Aquaman. I'm an Aquaman enjoyer, and if I can use Aquaman in a game, I usually have a great time. I'm thinking like Injustice and Justice 2, like my Triton. I love Aquaman. Aquaman's a dope character to me in DC, but I feel like 9S is kind of, in my opinion, the most important and or best written out of the trio or the characters, but I'm like, I don't like him. A2 just got that Kaine energy from Drakengard that I need, yo. I said Drakengard. Sorry. Nier Replicant and Nier Gestalt. My fault. I was thinking of Zero for Drakengard, not Zero. Kaine, who's a Futanari, by the way. Dragon at least has a little character from the current flashback. Mihawk is the world's strongest title man until proven otherwise. Yeah, you're right. You guys are right. But anywho, exciting time for me at the very least as a content creator. Like, this thing is like YouTube is even congratulating me. It's like, yo, people are getting hooked on your channel. Congrats on reaching 4,000 hours of watch time. Keep giving them what they want. Everything is up. Watch time, click through rate, views, friggin' watch. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I've never been here before. Like I said, this is what it feels like to be important. I agree. 9S is written well, but during his route, I just wanted to get back to 2B. I just wanted to wring his neck the way 2B was doing it. Cinema. I know. I'm happy about this. This is cool, man. It's cool. But definitely, you guys. When I was gonna drop it Thursday, I think I'm gonna take my time and just let these videos breathe a little bit. So I'll drop it Friday morning, but it's gonna be called what? Case 26 Pokemon Alternatives You Might Enjoy. I might call it Tamer Case. I might just call it Case 26 because I think what case am I on actually? Hold on. For Sonic Racing, I did Speed Case. Yes, 25 was the last one I did, which is the Plucky. That was in August. Yeah, it's been long enough. I need to make it the 26th one. So yeah, but definitely peep that, and then stay tuned for my Cassette Beast video. But that will probably be like, optimistically, if I'm being optimistic, just because there's a lot of, I still have to get some specific footage. Where's my calendar? Optimistically, I don't know November. I would say the earliest that will come out is the 14th. The latest I would say the 18th of November. But I'm gonna aim for it November 14th to have that done and finished and finalized. I gotta get ready for work. This was fun though. I don't like Twitch, but I was missing the streams. I'll catch you next time whenever I can. I will I actually haven't done a YouTube stream in a while, which I need to do. So I'll start doing more YouTube streams too and stuff like that. I get why some people don't like being on Twitch. I understand it. And sometimes if you're just on YouTube, it's a little easier and stuff. I do need to start Simu streaming or Simulcast streaming or whatever, but this laptop cannot handle that. I gotta upgrade first. First, I gotta upgrade, but I appreciate you coming through. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think we pretty much exhausted the conversation. I guess I'll just say some negative things. Some negative things is crazy. Some positive things about Pokemon that I do like. So I think I told you guys my favorite types are water types. Fairy types are second. My favorite dragon is actually Goodra. That goopy one, I like Goodra. And it's my favorite character. My favorite champion is probably Lance or Cynthia. Lance is the one with 3 Dragonites, right? He fucking cooked me when I was a kid. I got the Cynthia hype. My favorite, what are they called? The big kahunas was Olivia. I think she's so fucking fire. As far as the other, I like Mina, the painter. She was cool. I liked Looker, the detective. He was fire. And N is like the best character. And I think Team Plasma was like one of the best or coolest teams with Gestis. And I think Colress or whatever, yada yada. My favorite dragon is Blue Eyes White Dragon. Mine is Vitra. All-time dragon is Vitra. Definitely Vitra. But if you're talking just monster dragons, I gotta go with Goodra. I'm not mad at Blue Eyes White Dragon though. Seto Kaiba kinda raw. He's kinda raw. I'm not mad at that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was another one of those things where I played the card game but didn't really like the anime. Like I wasn't a big Pokemon anime guy. Digimon, I watched the first 3 seasons, but I didn't play any Digimon games. Pokemon, again, didn't watch the anime like that. Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyblade, didn't watch the anime, but I actually played the games, which I always find interesting. When you like one part of the media, but maybe another part of it, or you skip out on it, or you don't really engage with it, I always find that pretty interesting, all things considered. But anyways, I'm a happy camper. This kind of stuff, like I want to be honest, and I do want to apologize for this to some degree. I kind of mailed it in this year at one point. Felt like this, like, all right, the Tower God videos are like not doing well. Kubera videos or whatever they're gonna be, and with the spinoff, the views are just down. I kind of phoned it in. I've been doing the bare minimum for this channel, and I do apologize for that. I have. Like, I need to like reread Kubera so I can do so many other things I want to do with it. Though I do have a big discussion coming up and stuff like that. I have had that Haku discussion ready to go for like a month and still haven't done it yet. I do apologize for that, but I was losing passion. I was burning out and losing passion, and I'm getting to the point, unfortunately, where I can't put this much time into content creation if I'm not getting a certain level of monetary gain back. And this summer, I just went outside and started camping and doing shit. So you guys deserve better than that. I do apologize, but this recent success on my other channel has actually lit a fire under me. It's reinvigorated me in a lot of ways. And I'm feeling very optimistic and confident and fired up moving forward. So you'll get a better version of me to end the year off. So at the very least, I'll do my best to end strong, but I did phone it in a little bit. I did. Because I've been trying to hit 10K with this channel for like the last 3 years, and I just feel like I'm at my wit's end with it. And I actually think my second channel or other channel has a much better chance of getting there within 2 to 3 years. Or 2 years or so. So that all being said, thank you guys for coming through. If you haven't watched those 2 videos I dropped on the other channel, hey, go peep those. They're actually really good. Even if I'm not a Pokemon person or whatever, I think I edited it well. I showed off a lot of different indie games that are pretty cool. I will do a Kubera Awards. We got those are fun. We'll do that again. We'll do that again for sure. We'll do it live. I think I did it live last time. We'll do it live. What we'll do is we'll come up with categories as a stream, or like best character or best new character or best new move, best new Seraform or stuff like that. And then we'll give up awards. I like that. That was fun. We're definitely doing that. But check out those last 2 videos that you see there. And I gotta eat food and get the Pokemon Alternatives video ready to go. I gotta actually play a little bit of Nexomon and Koromon to get some footage. I'm actually about to go at. Why? What is wrong? Why not just play? Why not just do it on stream? I'm an idiot. For an hour that I was here, I could have been playing Nexomon and Koromon while talking to you guys about this. I'm actually dumb. That's my fault. Anyways, you guys be safe. Probably see you tomorrow for the One Piece live reaction. So I'm out. Kubear the GOAT.